Hey guys, good morning everybody. Today is Wednesday, January 8th. It is 6:23 right now. We got market opening up in about 7 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and set up this room up real quick and we'll get started shortly with our analysis for today. It's got a few things here to update and we should be good to go. We are good to go. So let me get this link sent out to you guys here in the premium. So as people join in, I'm gonna go ahead and start marking up liquidity over here. Down to the 30-minute. Going down to the 1 minute. And it looks like we are good to go. All right, good morning, everybody. Today is Wednesday, January 8th. It is 6:26 right now. We got market opening up in about 4 minutes. I've marked liquidity over here. Closest level of liquidity is at 42,820. Closest level below is at 42,785. Turning on the liquidity indicator over here for the zones, we got a lot of liquidity sitting on both ends, so price can really push in either direction, but the targets are pretty close to current price. They might even get hit here pre-market, but we will see what happens here shortly. So looking at current price, breakout's looking like it's possibly going to be a sell. I will let you guys know the actual direction shortly. It's looking like a possible sell here. I'm not going to be taking the breakout today, guys, so just another reminder. No breakout on my accounts for today. We currently have 2 losses for the breakout. So following my risk off plan, if we have 2 losses for the breakout, I don't take another breakout until we win the next one. So at this very moment, no breakout for me specifically. We'll follow it, but I'm not going to be taking the breakout on my personal account or on my hedge accounts for today. So we'll follow it to document it, but I'm not going to be taking the entry. So breakout for today is going to be a sell, it looks like. I will be looking for some scalps here. So I'm hoping we get some direction today, guys, or at all this week. We've seen for the past couple of days there hasn't been very much direction. If you look at these current candles here, it's very choppy. You see a lot of big wicks on both ends right here. So today might be another choppy day, just like yesterday and the day before. This is NFP week, so it's something to keep in mind as well. But yeah, we'll see what happens here when the market opens up shortly. So let's see what's here so far. Morning, Maria. Morning, Daniel. Morning, Lila. Morning, Christian. Morning, everybody. Looks like everybody's here, ready to go. We got market opening up in about 40 seconds. Direction for the breakout today is going to be a sell. So we'll see what happens here shortly. Got market opening up shortly in about 20 seconds. We got market opening up in about 10 seconds. Again, guys, I'm not taking the breakout on my personal account or my hedge accounts. We're just going to follow it so that we can document it into our trades for the week. But I'm not taking it on my accounts because we currently have 2 losses for the breakout. We need to have 1 win before I can re-enter the trades. So the 50-point mark is going to be right here. If you guys have your trailing stop at the 50. Full move course is going to be down here. So if this trade wins today, then we'll be taking the trade tomorrow. Well, I'll be taking it on my personal accounts and my hedge accounts. As you guys can see, again, price here is a little slow. We got liquidity right there getting knocked out. So I knocked out those levels of liquidity, hit this level right here, the 42,785. This one right here got knocked out too. It also hit this lower one down here at 42,769. Got price pushing down, hit the 50 points already. There goes price pushes down lower. So if you got your stop loss and profit at the 50-point mark, looks like you're guaranteed at 50 right now. Of course, you want to aim for the full 100, but if you got your trailing stop at the 50, looks like you probably would have gotten stopped out in profit already right there. So we'll keep following it. Keep following and see where it goes. On its way down to its target right there, full 100 points. So I'll be looking for some scalps around this area, guys. Looks like we're finally getting some direction today. Past 2 days have not been very nice. It's been very sideways for the entire session, and then it finally moves. But today it looks like we're starting to get some direction here. So what I'm going to look for on my end for these scalps is I'm going to be looking for some retracement. So I'll look for price to pull down a little bit, give me a buy signal for retracement, and then continuation back down further. There you go with the breakout. It's almost on its way to a full TP at 100 points. So if you guys are still in the position and you want to finally move your stop loss and profit, you can move it down safely to the 50-point mark right here, guarantee about 1-to-1. However, it looks like it's probably gonna hit the full 1-to-2 right here, as you can see. Man, I wish I took a breakout today. Now that I'm looking at it, like it looked like a pretty good breakout from pre-market, but yeah, it played out pretty nice today. It's just you can never tell with the market, guys. Like yesterday, the market looked really good for a buy. Market didn't really come down it didn't push where it needed to go. It actually flipped out. So, it always looks good from hindsight, but my analysis here for the sell did play out perfect. And there you go, full TP for 100 points, guys. So if you guys took the breakout for the day, full TP right there for 100 points. This would have recouped the loss from yesterday and Monday. This is why I do a 1-to-2, because if you have a win for the 1-to-2, you will recoup your loss most of the time. Once you get to the, you get to the middle of the week. So it's all good. Now that we have a win here, I'll be taking the breakout for tomorrow, of course, on the accounts. I'll put up some notes here. entry on personal accounts following two lots risk optimal. We'll be taking breakout tomorrow. Accounts. Okay, so there we go. Nice win on that breakout for the day, guys. If you guys took that full TP for 100 points. I'll be looking for my scalp here. So like I said, I'm gonna look for the retracement to the upside, and then I'll look for the correction back down to sell. I know, right, Daniel? Daniel says the one day you don't take it, goes straight down. Exactly. Yesterday was choppy. The day before that was super choppy. But like I was saying, it's all from hindsight. Like I already had analyzed this for a sell before market opened, and I felt like it was going to come down. Just like yesterday. Like yesterday, I felt like it was going to come up. Like if you look at the trade from yesterday, it looked really good for a buy, but it is what it is. It's all hindsight. So let's just go back real quick to the entry from yesterday. I just want to show you guys real quick. Like this looked perfect for a buy, right? Nice bullish trend, push to the upside. We get this choppiness back and forth, and then obviously it comes down. See, like it was actually pushing in a direction pretty nice. But it is what it is. It's like you can never tell until like the market actually turns, and then it ended up turning the other way. So it's all good. It's just part of the game. So let's go back to the main chart here, and we'll be looking for the next opportunity. Max at 30 points done for the day. Liquidity pushes hit nicely alongside the breakout. Solid. Yeah, if you guys want to do that, so like that's one thing too. What you can do is you can trade liquidity in the direction of the breakout. If you guys remember, there's a ton of liquidity that was sitting here earlier. So let's just go back real quick to the 6:30 before market open. See how we had all this liquidity here? Again, if you guys want to use this indicator, Daniel, the indicator is available to you. So the indicator is now live. It's right here, Kodi Kai liquidity zones. If you want to add this to your chart, you can. There was all this liquidity sitting right here. Since we were taking the sell for the breakout, if you just wanted to take the liquidity that way, so you could have taken that nice big push right there and continuation to the downside. And this is where price is currently at right now. So we will, I'm waiting for that retracement. I need to have price retrace up, so I'm looking for that buy signal to push up, and I'm looking for it to correct back down. Whether it be a V1 variation or it be a momentum reversal, the main ones I'm looking for are going to be those two. So liquidity again got hit right here if you guys took it. That 1 hour liquidity, there's nothing up down here. There's a big 1 hour liquidity zone right here. This is what I was talking about in the chat, guys. If you guys want to mark up different time frames, like for this one right here, I have it set to chart. So I have the 1 minute liquidity. But if you want to have it set to 1 hour, you can just go to your settings and then set it to whatever time frame you want to see liquidity on. And you can have that on your chart. All right, so we currently have a pending buy signal right here. If this buy signal closes, I'll be looking for possible opportunity for a swing back down. So this could be a possible V1 variation, actually. It's going to be hard with the buy signal because you don't know if the buy signal is actually going to close or not. But there's a possible V1 variation that's setting up right here. We would need this buy signal to close, though. I think this is too tricky of a candle. I'm not going to take it. I'll follow it, but I'm not going to take it. So that buy signal would need to close. You can see here how it's coming up and it's disappearing. Yeah, it didn't actually close there, so there's no opportunity at that point. We need that to close. We need that to close to confirm the retracement. All right, so I'm looking for a sell here, guys. We're currently in a bearish trend. You can see prices below the pivots. Trend meter is red. Pivots are angling down. The only thing here is the divergence is currently still pointing towards the upside. So it looks like it might be trying to push up still, but there may be a shift here. I need this push up, provide me the buy signal. Once it provides that, then I'll be looking for opportunity here. There is a V1 pattern there. It's not a V1 variation because there's no pending momentum, but there is a V1 pattern there, double body rejection. So I'd like this buy signal here to close. Again, no buy signal there. Still waiting. Looking at our team profits right here, we got Max. So Max locked in 735 on his first account, 1,020 on his second, and 1,060 on his third account. Total profit of well over 2,000, almost 3,000 for the day. Nice work, Max. So great profits right there. If you guys have profits to share, feel free to send them in. Again, if you guys want to learn this breakout strategy, it's provided in the course. So if you guys go to the website, again, the website is kodikaitrades.com. You can click on here to get your free 7-day trial. You go down the course right here, and if you want to learn that strategy, it's a very simple strategy. You go over here to breakout strategies, module 4. Go down to module 7. It's going to be right here, momentum breakout. You click on that right there. It'll have a video explanation of how to apply that strategy. So if you guys want to try it out, feel free. It's a lot easier if you do it on your own because then you'll understand like the actual logic behind it. And also, we'll be looking for some scalps here as price continues to move along. Let's see, Max had got one of my 150K PAs at 159,000. As long as I stick to my trading plan, I'll have secured 2 payouts. Nice work, Max. Yeah, that's the key thing. If you can secure your payouts and all that, or if you can just stay consistent, then you'll be perfectly fine. Max, are you just sticking to the liquidity pushes? I'm just kind of curious because I know you're like, there's a few people here who mainly trade the liquidity pushes. So I'm like curious if that's like what you're mainly using. Cool. You're trading them in the direction of the breakout, or you're kind of just taking them where you feel? Because it seems like what I've noticed is if you take them the direction of the breakout, usually, they work out pretty good. So. Yeah, if anybody's curious, I think this indicator helps a lot too. I don't know if you've been like following it, Max, but this, the liquidity zones, not the liquidity price points, but the zones. Like it's nice to see the zones there because when it pushes through it, you can like ride that to the targets. Because what happens a lot of times is price will get to the target and it'll bounce off it. So it does help a lot. Yeah, Max said I take them whenever the momentum just looks for good price action towards where liquidity is, and of course, the more liquidity bunched up together, the better. Yeah, and I agree with you too, 100%, Max. What TP stop loss are you using? Because it's hard. I know with like liquidity push before, I would try to do 1-to-1, but the stop loss would be too tight. So I would try to do like a wide stop loss, like a 30-to-1 or something like that. Or I wouldn't even do one. I think for you, it's probably better to take the bigger move, maybe like 30-30, 20-20, 15-15. Unless you're taking like a bunch. It seems like you're only taking one. Like today you took 30 points, which is perfect. So I guess a 30-30 would work good. Nice. Okay, cool. Yeah. Max out with a very tight. I'm very tight with TP stop loss. He goes for 20-10. Stop loss trail at 12 takes me out at 10. Nice. That's actually really smart because it almost always pushes to 10. So yeah, some good tips right here to follow. If you guys are curious in taking those liquidity pushes. Yeah, the thing with Max is he's gotten a lot of payouts already with just taking, a lot of liquidity pushes. So just something to keep in mind if anybody's interested. It's always good to know which strategies, work really well. Like for me, it's the breakout for like non-prop accounts. And then of course, these V1 variations and these momentum reversals when they come up. Right now, price is going sideways, guys. I don't really like the way the market conditions are looking right now currently. I'm going to market some structure here. One thing that I have to check is I have to check the news as well. I gotta check the news to see if there's anything coming up here at 7 o'clock. It is NFP, so keep that in mind. So we still haven't gotten that buy signal, guys. I'm looking for that buy signal so that I can take opportunity. There's just no entries for us right now, guys. No matter like what the case may be, there's not going to be any entries here because there's just no buy signal. I need to get a buy signal before I can start looking for any sells here because I need that pending momentum in my direction. Yeah, Max, the nice thing about liquidity pushes is that it usually hits within the first 1 to 5 minutes of market open. Yeah, that's usually the best time to take liquidity pushes. It's usually like when you have them all marked up in the beginning, right? Like when I have them marked up. So I'm curious, do you take it seems like you take liquidity the way that I take it. You take it when it's on the way to liquidity, right? Not when it touches. Because I know some people they take it like for example, right here, they take liquidity and they have the pending order kind of waiting right there at the line. It doesn't seem like that's what you're doing, right, Max? I think what you're doing, or what it seems like what you're doing, is you're getting like while the price action is moving. So you try to reach for that target. That's what it seems like, if I'm correct. Because that's how I would do it. I wouldn't usually take I wouldn't take it when it touches because I'm always worried it's gonna bounce off. I would take it as price is coming down to touch it. Yeah, Max said, yeah, I always take it on the way. I hate taking it when it hits with a pending order because a lot of the time price just fakes out as soon as it touches liquidity. Yeah, I agree with you. And that's where the other thing kind of comes in place, come in play. Like these zones here, it's pretty cool when price breaks past them. Like, let me see an example here. And there's no entries right now, guys, so no worries about that. So the thing with like this liquidity level down here, let's go back up here real quick. So see how like we have this target right here, guys? Like I wouldn't take liquidity down here. I would take it as prices coming down and then hitting like this area right here. So like when I see a strong candle like that, I would um I would probably just enter like right there, right? Just enter right there. And then like what Max is saying is he's using a 2010 or he's using a 2010 TP stop loss, super tight stop loss. He gets in right away and then he has his trailing at 12. So he basically guarantees 12, maybe gets 20 sometimes. So it's pretty nice. I mean, in some situations like this, I would probably not even put a TP or I'd put a super wide TP. Just have the trailing stop, just follow it through. Because you can have it moved at 10 and then another 10, and another 10. It just keeps coming down further. Because it looks like this one over here, yeah, like you could have gotten a huge, huge move on this one. It looks like you did, so you got like 30 points. Because you can have it moved at 10, and then it moves again another 10, moves again another 10, until it comes down further. That's cool. Yeah, those are like some mastery tips right there, guys. If anybody likes to take liquidity or if you're interested in taking liquidity, I think liquidity is probably one of the best strategies. If you're able to focus, right? If you're able to focus. I'm kind of curious. I'm kind of like tempted now to have like another laptop just for liquidity. Because it is it's pretty good. And then just take liquidity for the first 5 minutes. I think that's the smartest thing too, Max. If you take liquidity only in the beginning, like the first 5 minutes of market open, I think you'll be golden for the most part. Versus taking liquidity at like, mid-session. Yeah, Max, and especially higher time frame liquidity price struggles to blast through a lot of the times what he's noticed. Yeah, and I agree too. They usually act as like support and resistance for the most part. Thanks, Christian. I'll mark up opening price right here. So we got opening price on this big red candle. There's still no entries for me right now, guys, because of there just hasn't been a retracement yet. I'm just waiting for that retracement up, but as of now, there's just nothing here at the moment. Let's see, Jonathan said, was there a triple confluence that came up? Not that I see, because there's no momentum signal that have come up yet, Jonathan. The last momentum signal was pre-market over here at 616, but there's nothing else that's come up since then. There's been this pending buy signal that's been like kind of coming up and not closing, but there hasn't been anything else since. Oh yeah, let me check the news real quick. Thanks, Christian, for reminding me. I forgot to mark that up. So we had news this morning at 5:15. It was high impact. So I'll mark that up on the chart real quick. We had high impact news right here at 5:15. And we had initial jobless claims over here, 5:30. And then we have medium impact news coming up right here at 7. And then we have gas stock change at 7:30. I think that's about it for today. Have some news right there at 7. More news right there at 7:30. All right, so we finally have the buy signal here. The only problem is that we're so close to the sessions below, so I need price to actually retrace up pretty decently up and then come back down. I can't take any trades down here. It's just a little too low. It's too close to the sessions. Possible inside bar right here. This could be a possible setup for a momentum reversal. The only problem is that it's right at the session, so I can't take this trade here right now, guys. I'll mark it up for you if it closes, but I'm not going to take it because it's too close to the sessions here. It falls within my criteria. It doesn't fall within my criteria because it's a red flag. So if you guys do want to take this here as a momentum reversal, we'll see if it pushes up. Okay, so never mind. There's no inside candle there. This candle pushed above it. It's no longer inside as previous. So we'll see if price pushes up a little higher, which is fine because I wasn't looking to take anything within this area anyways. It's too close to the sessions below here. We have the New York low. You can see how price gets manipulated at this area. That's why I don't want to trade around this lower area right here. Right here again, it's still a little too low. This might be a variation V3, guys, but it's right at the session, so it's not one that I would personally mess with. If this here, so as I mentioned before, I was going to show you guys an example if it would come up. This is a 3-bar reversal right here. You can see there's price pushing up. We have a green candle, and this big red candle right here. This is a 3-bar reversal. This is a this is a V3 variation. So the V1 variation is a double body, double wick. V2 variation is a 2-bar reversal. A V3 variation is a 3-bar reversal. So this is a V3 variation. This is a very high probability entry. The only problem is that it's right at the session. So it's not a trade that I would specifically take myself. But if you do want to take this trade, this is an example of a V3 variation. It's just at the sessions right there. So this is considered a red flag. But I'm sure this will probably hit. So already hit about halfway mark right there. Yeah, there you go. Full TP on the V3 variation. So as I mentioned earlier, here are my here's my trading plan. Like I said, this entry comes when it comes up, it usually hits, but it rarely comes up. Let me put my trading plan up here. So again, the main strategies that I was looking for here, I might throw liquidity in here at some point because if the market isn't really moved very consistent, then obviously liquidity is something that will almost always come up. But these are the main strategies that I'm following: V1 variation, V2 variation, V3 variation, momentum reversal V2, and the momentum breakout, of course. The momentum breakout hit full TP for the day. That's one trade that hit TP today. And then right here, this is a V3 variation. So I put these in order. V1 variation is just a double bodied of wick. V2 variation is a 2-bar reversal. And a V3 variation is a 3-bar reversal. So here's an example of a V3 variation. Again, like I said, I would have taken this trade if it wasn't at the red flag. But because it was, it doesn't meet my criteria. It's not one of the areas that I traded. But the setup right here was perfect. So see how price is pushing up right here? You have a green candle with a high, and then this red candle right here comes down very sharply, and it breaks and closes. Pretty much it engulfs past the previous candles, the previous 2 bars here. So this makes it a 3-bar reversal. Price pushes up, high with the green candle, comes down very sharply, closes below this. So you can technically just have it push below it, but if it closes below it, it's even a better confirmation. So it closed below it right there, and you can see right there, it came all the way down for its full TP. So this right here is an example of a V3 variation. Doesn't happen very often, but when it does happen, it usually hits pretty nicely. The only problem is that it was right at the sessions right here, which is this green dotted line. It's a New York low, not an area that I personally like to trade in. So a lot of questions that I've been getting lately, guys, is if I'm going to, or if I'm willing to mentor people. So I think for me, I could mentor maybe one person per month, right? So if anybody's interested and they want to have one-on-one mentorship, what I've started to notice is that group mentoring doesn't really work very well for most people, right? A lot of people need that one-on-one mentorship where I can like walk you through it specifically, and we can like really have a dialogue regarding what your issues are, because a lot of people have problems, but they don't like talking in the group. So like whenever we have the group mentoring sessions, a lot of people they're just there, but they're not actually getting help. So if you guys are interested, I'll probably post up. So just message me first, because whoever messages me first, I'll probably take the first person who reaches out to me. But I'll probably have like a wait list. So the thing is, like, I don't like trading in a group setting, but I do like mentoring and training people like on a one-on-one, because I feel like when I train people on one-on-one, they learn things a lot better and they're a lot more successful. I feel like everybody here who's done very well was here before when I was still doing one-on-one mentoring. And yeah, I'm willing to help people like I'll probably help people one person per month so I can focus on that person. And then once they're good, I'll move on to the next person. And then we'll build up from there. But yeah, if you guys are interested, I'm only going to take one person for this month. It's still the beginning of the month, so I think 1 month of mentoring would be pretty solid. And then I'll see. If I get too busy, then obviously I'll stop mentoring for a while. But yeah, I don't mind training one person. Let's see, Lila said, can we listen in? Possibly. If the person's okay with me live streaming it, then yeah, I don't mind it at all. I think that'd be beneficial so people can actually follow along as well. Let's see, Andrew said, FY, it looks like the market might be closed tomorrow in honor of Jimmy Carter. Yeah, so guys, just a heads up. Thanks, Andrew, for mentioning that. Tomorrow, it looks like the market might be closed, or it might be a half day. It's supposed to be a day in mourning of our late president, Jimmy Carter. I've never seen that happen before in the market. I'm like surprised that happened, but I did see the email from Ninja Trader last week. So just a heads up, guys. Yeah, I'll confirm with you guys later. Here, let me see if I can pull it up on my emails actually. Let's see. I think Ninja Trader sent out an email there. Yeah, there we go. All right, guys. So yeah, it looks like the market's going to be closed tomorrow. Just gonna check this. All right, so it says Ninja Trader president has declared, of course, yeah, this is something that Biden declared. It's not something that I normally see. So it says the president has declared January 9th a national day of mourning in honor of former President Jimmy Carter. Please note the following adjusted trading schedule for January 9th. So it looks like the equity market closes at 8:30 a.m. That is, so basically a half day. So it looks like we're gonna have a half day tomorrow. I'll probably be online and I'll probably go live, but I don't know if I'll be trading tomorrow. We'll just see how the market's moving. But it looks like it's gonna be a half day. I think this is off Eastern time. Oh yeah, perfect, Javier. Message me on or just send me an email, Javier. I'll put you guys down if you're interested in that. So yeah, tomorrow looks like so eight. I'm trying to figure out what time is that. 8:30. Okay, if that's the case, then I think the market might be closed completely tomorrow. I just can't tell if this is 8:30 US Pacific or Eastern time. But anyways, just a heads up, guys. Market looks like it's going to be closed tomorrow. Yeah, Christian said he was tempted because the B3 variation was game, but the game plan is priority. Yeah, no, same here, Christian. I wish I would have taken it, but probably better to hold off on it. Currency, yeah, it was mentioned for the whole day. So it looks like we might not have a live session tomorrow, guys. I'll have to double check to see what hours the markets are open. Because if they're open for like the first couple of minutes, then we can probably just look for the breakout and possibly some liquidity entries. But yeah, it's gonna be a little tricky. Yeah, Christian said Biden doesn't want us to make profits. Yeah, not exactly. Um, it's not a national holiday that we're mourning. It's just Biden decided to close the markets, which I think is weird. I don't know. I get it. Like we'll have a day of mourning, but to close the markets, I think that's like it's kind of extreme. Like we could still mourn and the market could still be open, right? But it is what it is. I just haven't seen that happen before. All right, guys, we got price kind of pushing up right now. There's not really too much direction. Price here is actually kind of flat. So here is the yeah. So going back to what I was talking with Max about liquidity, I think liquidity should be something that should be implemented as because the thing with liquidity that is that it happens every day. It's not like these other strategies, like for example, these other strategies that we're taking the V1 variation, momentum reversal, V2, V3, etc. These don't come up every day, right? The only strategies that really come up every day would be the momentum breakout and then possibly liquidity. So I think I might add that to the list. I said I mentioned this before. I'm probably going to add some strategies to the list. Like maybe just one, or I might swap them out. I think that the liquidity is a good one to add though. Yeah, I think that the liquidity is a good one to add because it comes up every day. We need to, so the thing with these are going to be like my playbooks. Some people call these playbooks, some people call them trading plans, some people call them, but your playbooks are basically the strategies that you focus on for every time you trade. That's like part of your trading plan. The thing with liquidity push is that you need to have at least one strategy that comes up every day, if not two. The momentum breakout is going to come up every day. That's just the breakout. And then also liquidity push will also come up every day. There's always going to be a liquidity push. There's never going to be a day without a liquidity push. The only thing with the liquidity push though is that it's very subjective. So it's something that you can't really test. And that's the thing that I don't like about the liquidity push, because you can't really teach someone every single entry. You got to be very you got to be very focused. You got to understand how the strategy works. So I'm going to save this right here real quick. And we'll kind of look at liquidity pushes moving forward, because the thing is, I think liquidity pushes will be good strategies once the volatility picks up, since it'll be a lot easier for us to take when the market's moving very quick. Like right now, the market is, I would say there's volatility. The ATR is currently at 29 ATR, 29.30 ATR, but it's just not moving very directional. So we got price pushed up right here. I'm looking for a possible momentum reversal entry. We have a buy signal here. We have price pushed up a little bit. We're still in a bearish trend. You can see prices below the pivots. Pivots are kind of angling down still. The trend meter is still red. So we still have opportunity here for an entry for a sell. The only problem is that we're pretty close to the sessions right here. So this may be a possible risk when it comes down to it. So we have a possible inside bar right here. I don't think this is gonna work. There's no inside bar. The this candle pushed below this previous one. All right, looks like we're back into the sideways market. This is why I was thinking, like, talking with Max over here. The thing is, like, these and Max is done for the day. Usually what Max does is he'll just take the breakout first 5 minutes of market open, and then he pretty much wraps it up. Here's some profits from Jonathan. He took the breakout for the day. Nice work, Jonathan. He locked in 1,373. Great work right there, Jonathan. Solid profits on that move. Glenn said, feels like FOMO is kicking in. Yeah. If you guys feel FOMO kicking in, guys, then, take a break. Take a break, take a breather. There's nothing to take here. Price is going up right now. Obviously, I'm still looking for that momentum reversal, but it hasn't came up yet. We got price pushing now above the pivots here, so we might get a shift to the upside, but there's just not really much here to work with. We do have more news over here at 7:30. It's a gas stock change. Not a big news event, but nonetheless, it's still something to keep in mind. All right, so we have a possible inside bar again right here. The only problem is that we don't have a bottom wick right now. Okay, so we're getting that bottom wick. This is a possible setup for a momentum reversal. The only thing here is that so the only thing with this here is that the market structure is very flat for the most part. So the entry would be right here at the six. Never mind. It's not an inside bar. It just pushed past it. This market's frustrating. Okay, so there's no inside bar there, guys. You can see this candle here push past it. So there's no inside bar on that one. It needs to be inside the previous candle. So this one over here could have been a setup, but this candle pushed up above it, so it's no longer inside bar. It's considered an outside bar. But we're using price action here. So we're using price action for the entry. We have the direction of price, so we're still trading in the direction of trend and direction of momentum pending, but the inside bar is a price action pattern. It's a reversal pattern. Basically, whenever you see those inside bars, they indicate that there's inconsistency with the direction of price. And when there's inconsistency, price can push up or down, right? So that's why we put a pending order at the bottom side, because if price comes down, then great, we get into the position and hits our TP. If price doesn't fill, then we just cancel it. But the problem with this here is that there's no inside bars. We're waiting for the inside bar to come up so that we can actually have entry here. Sam said, I'm tried an entry and 8 stop loss, so just chilling. Yeah, so Sam over here, the price action sucks right now. As you guys can see, the price action is not good. This is why I typically like to trade early in the morning, or like early enough so that I can get my opportunities for entry. But yeah, I mean, it's a little bit of a mess here. The market looked good on open. So initially right here, it looked perfect, right? We had market open here at 630, price came down very smoothly, and then it's back into that range. So it's exactly what happened yesterday and the day before. It's just a big range. So I mean, that's literally what's happening here. So let me mark up some more levels here so you guys can see things a little better. So looking at this, mark 850. Yeah, so anyways, looking at this right here, guys, you can see we had a nice push to the downside, and then now it's just coming right back up. So it's in this huge range right here, which is pretty much what happened yesterday and the day before. There's a possible inside bar here, but there's a pending sell signal. So this is a problem. There's also price really close to the sessions right there. So we wouldn't be able to take that sell, because if we do take the sell there, it would have to cut through the sessions before reaching target, right? So nothing there, fortunately. Really hoping we can get some scalps here, but it's just not looking like we're gonna get that now. The volatility is too low. So there's an inside bar right there, but it's not looking like it's gonna fill, and also it's right at the session. So I mean, there's no entry there for me. I'm kind of curious to go back and test the liquidity pushes just for the first the first 5 minutes of market open. I think that's a good plan to follow. If you guys want to take liquidity pushes, probably just follow the first 5 minutes of market open. Just get in and out of your positions and then be done with it. Like what Max does, he takes takes about 2 or 3 trades and he's done. His TP stop loss is super tight. Nothing going on here. So let's go back to the clean chart. You can see that price is just consolidating within these two zones right here, kind of down the middle. It's acting as a magnet. Um, the momentum reversal here never would have filled. So we had an inside bar right here. Price never came down to fill it, so you would have canceled it, and then now price is just going sideways right down here. It's not a really good NFP week, fortunately. It's not a good NFP week at all. Market volatility here is just very low, and there's not much to work with. So let me go over here real quick and draw some zones for you guys. These are the SR zones. The SR zones are cool too because you can use them with volatility or with the liquidity. So like if you were to draw the SR zones here, so if you don't want to use the high lows or you want to use liquidity zones, you can also use the SR zones for bounces. Like let me just replay to this candle right here. So there's a huge zone down here. And you could possibly have taken this here for a sell. And this roll this down to the next zone down there. This price would have pushed through it. Would have hit, got out right there. So you guys can see these tools here, they work hand in hand with each other. You don't have to use them by itself. You can use them alongside each other. Like whether you want to use liquidity with momentum, if you want to use liquidity with the SR zones. Here's the SR zones. You can see price is currently sitting at the support level. There's no new support that's been established yet. But currently right now, this is the current support. So this support here, price is breaking below it, break and retest, possibly drop lower, and then reach this lower end of this low right here. Here's a clean chart. You can see price is still ranging between these two zones. It's ranging between the 750 and the 650. It's a 100-point range. All right. So Daniel said he's done for the day. Yeah, I don't blame him. The price action here isn't good. Price is going sideways. So here's a clean chart. As you guys can see, price has pretty much been ranging between this area all day. So between the 750 and the say 650. Let's take these lines off right here. Get some focus. Yeah, so it looks like the back and forth has been going between here. Fake outs happen below this area, pulls back into this range, pulls below, fake out right here, pulls back into the range. Fake out right here, pull back into the range. And if you want to count like this whole area, so if you want to just look at this whole open area right here, you can also just focus on like the 750 all the way down to the 600. Like this is really where price has been sitting all day today. No setups here. I think this is a really good week to just be more cautious and more careful with your entries. You know, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up I'm going to delete a lot of these older ones. So I'm going to go on my scalp laptop here. I'm going to try to set up gonna set one up for liquidity just in case I want to take liquidity at some point. Way too many ATM strategies here. Delete all of them. A lot of them were when I was trading smaller accounts too. The only thing that I would be kind of worried about with the liquidity pushes, if any of you guys decide to take it, is that some prop firms they require that you hold on to the position for like more than 5 seconds. Sometimes liquidity will hit before 5 seconds, so that's kind of tricky, but I guess we'll see. So 10 contracts, try for 2020. Bunch of trailing stop here too. So I kind of deleted all of them. All right, there's nothing going on here, guys. If there's any question that you guys have, feel free to hop into the chat. Otherwise, I'm still looking for entries here, but I'm looking for that retracement to the upside. So I can't really take anything until we have a buy signal that comes up. So I'm looking for that pending signal to come back down. I mean, I'm just being really patient in the market. I'm not trying to FOMO into anything. There's just nothing to take here right now. The good thing with liquidity, like what Max said, the first 5 minutes, is that there's a lot of liquidity sitting in the beginning of the market open. So let's go over here real quick. I want to show you guys what I mean by that. I'm just really intrigued by the liquidity because like that's one of the main strategies that I think a lot of people in the group have been killing it with, right? You just have to be good at applying it. Like for example, I think Jamie, she's one of the people who applies liquidity for the most part. She does pretty well when she's applying it properly. Same with Max, he's been getting a lot of payouts lately. On top of that, we have Johnny as well, and then for like the momentum breakouts, we have like Jonathan. He's been killing with that. So if you follow like a specific strategy, it's been a recurring theme that like these are the two strategies that a lot of people like to apply. V1 variations too, but they just haven't been coming up lately. So to adapt to the current market conditions, this is market open. So at 6:30, you guys can see over here that there's liquidity on both ends, right? So like what Max was saying this morning, is he just looks to see where price action is pushing. And when price reaches certain areas, he'll go and take those trades in those areas. Like for example, there's a strong red candle right here, and there's liquidity sitting down here. He would have taken this, or he did take this here for 30 points. So he took this for a 30-point move. And he only looks for liquidity within the first 5 minutes of market open. Price pushed, went down, hit his TP right there. And then he's pretty much done for the day. It's like 2 minutes into the market. And then if you wanted to take another one, you would look for another follow through. The thing is, liquidity here already got hit for the most part. So, but if you wanted to take another one right there, you could have entered for a second one right there for another 30. The price probably would have hit there again. So I think I'm going to do that. Probably go back and just do some testing. But you can see right there, it's basically two liquidity pushes that hit. That one right there. And this one up here, like he was saying, he likes to just go for a quick little pushes. He has his trailing stop in place, so basically guarantees about 10 points every time. But yeah, there's nothing here right now. So there's nothing for us to take here at the moment. I'm looking for a buy signal. Once the buy signal here comes up, then I'll look for entries. There's a buy signal that's currently pending. Again, the only problem is that right here at the sessions. Like I said earlier, I don't want to trade at the sessions here because this is an area of manipulation. You can see over here, whenever price got near this green line, price gets manipulated, right? Price came below the green line right here, faked out at this point, slowing back up, faked out right here, slowing back down, faked out right here, slowing back up, pushed up a little bit, and then it came back down. And then look at how these fake outs are happening again right here. Price came below the green line, faked out, coming back up. It's the same repeating process, right? Look at every time price comes below this area. Fake out, fake out, fake out, etc. So I don't want to trade around this green line right here. Again, my red flags are going to be these horizontal lines. Any of these dotted lines that go from left to right, let me turn off liquidity real quick. Any of these lines here that go from left to right, I don't want to trade around those areas because you can see here how price gets manipulated. This green dotted line, this is the New York high low. This purple line is the Asia high low. This red line is the London high low. The blue line is opening price. The pink lines are news price. So this is news from all this morning. There's high impact news at 5:15. There's high impact news at 5:30, and then high impact news right here at 7 o'clock. Then we have more medium impact news coming up right here at 7:30. So we're kind of like in a minefield. If you guys think of things in that perspective, this is kind of a minefield, right? If you guys take trades around these lines, then the odds of you getting faked out are very likely. So you can see over here, it doesn't matter which direction you take, whether you're taking a sell, you can easily get stopped out. Or whether you're taking a buy here, you can easily get stopped out as well. I mean, you can get stopped out in either direction. You just don't want to trade where these dotted lines are. So I'm okay with trading right here in the middle, but I don't want to trade anywhere right here where I can get caught in these manipulated areas. And this all just comes from experience. I've been taking losses at these places so many times that I came to my senses and was like, okay, I'm just never going to take trades on this area. It's just no point. Because odds of me losing that trade, it could be a perfect entry. The setup could be perfect, but because it's at that specific area where there's manipulation happening, then it's very easy for you to get stopped out. You can see over here, there's a ton of inside bar candles, right? There's an inside bar, inside bar, inside bar, inside bar. This shows you that there's inconsistency with direction of price. Price doesn't know where to go right now. It's not going up, it's not going down. It's just going sideways. So if you guys understand price action, you know, it's like the basic level. You can see here that price is consolidating, and you can see from these inside bars, price doesn't know where to go. It wants to go up, it wants to go down, it wants to go up, wants to go up, etc. But it doesn't go in that direction. Price fakes out. Like right here, price wants to go up, goes up a little bit, then it fakes out to the downside. Again, right here, price wants to go up, and then it wants to go down, and then now let's go back down right here. So I'm gonna look out for you guys as much as possible, right? My main goal here is to really help you guys manage risk. It's not really for me to point out winning trades. It's for me to manage risk for you guys because I don't want you guys to be losing trades. Like if you guys can go days without losing trades and then have that one winning trade for the week, then you're solid, right? Because you're gonna be in net profit for that week. But if you guys are just focused on looking for wins, you're gonna get FOMO, you're gonna overtrade. A lot of bad things can happen. So I'll do my best to help you guys and prevent you guys from getting caught and stuff like that. But you know, it's really going to be up to you because you're going to be the person clicking buy or sell. You're going to be the person getting that FOMO, getting to the position. But right now, this is just not a good area to trade in. It wouldn't even matter because there's a sessions here and then there's a news price right here. So there's no entries to take within this middle area. If price pushes up here, a different story. But right now, it's not a good area to be trading. There's nothing going on here, guys. Still within that middle area. I'll keep watching it, but there's just nothing to take right now. So no need to really force anything here at the moment. All right. So we got price coming below. There's two areas where I'm okay with taking trades. If price comes below here, I'm okay with taking trades down here. And again, I'm okay with taking trades up here. I just don't want to take trades down the middle. This middle area right here is a no-go for me. We got gas stock change right here. The news is pretty much same level as the 7 o'clock news. That was decent, 53 points. All right, guys. So again, I'm not looking for any entries right here down the middle, but I would like some entries outside of this area here, if possible. Nothing going on here. Let's see, Sam's at 50 to 80 points below with a buy. Would like below like to buy with a V1. See, is there a V1 right there? Sam? No, I don't think so. It was close, but not exactly. So if you're ever curious, like if it's on the same level, you could draw like a box there. But no, it doesn't look like it. Ugh. Yeah, Sam wants it to go lower. I agree. All right, so here we go as price pushes back up. You guys can see where price is stuck, right? It's stuck right here at this green line. So again, this is another reminder why I don't trade at the sessions. Look how price is bouncing directly off that green line. Like it's bouncing exactly off the green line. It literally came up, touched it, came back down. That's the whole reason I created this indicator, so I don't trade at these areas. See how this candle just got wicked all the way down? Gonna have trouble getting past that area. Even when it gets past it, it's gonna have trouble actually pushing past it. So it might push past it a little bit, then it might fake out, then it might come back down. Again, right clear, there's just nothing going on. Price is still trying to get past that green line right there. All right. So as of now, guys, looking at so I was trying to look up the data for the market tomorrow. It looks like the market's gonna be closed during our live session time. It says 8:30. Um, Let me check again on my Google. So market hours. Says, is the stock market open or close on January 9th, National Day morning? President Joe Biden has marked January 9th as National Day mourning to honor death of former President Jimmy Carter. So what's closed? Okay. Yeah, so it's actually closed the whole day, guys. So there's not going to be any trading tomorrow. It says the New York Stock Exchange will be closed on January 9th. NASDAQ said it would be closing all trading for US equities on that day as well. So it looks like the futures market is pretty much closed. The only market that will be open will be the bonds market, but for the most part, everything is closed. So unfortunately, no trading tomorrow, guys. It's all good. It is what it is. So again, price here finally broke past the liquidity, but you can see right here again, price is having trouble continuing that push further. There's an inside bar right here. This could be setting up for a momentum reversal, but again, it's gonna be stuck here at the sessions, guys. So it's not gonna be a good area to be trading at. Obviously, I'm not gonna be looking to take anything there. We need a buy signal here. So we're getting some increased volatility. Once this buy signal here closes, we may get a possible setup for momentum reversal. The only problem here is that we might be getting a shift in trend. So you can see how price is starting to push up. The price action is starting to look bullish. The price action here is starting to look bullish. So if price pushes up higher, the target price point is going to be this higher high right here. So 42,744. That's going to be the liquidity price point. If you're looking to take a liquidity push, this could be your opportunity for entry. To reach up to that area there. Again, like I said, and what Max said, probably not a good time to take liquidity later in the session. It's probably best to take it usually within the first 5 minutes, you're gonna get at least one entry. Otherwise, the market volatility here is a little bit slower. But yeah, this could be opportunity here for a possible push to that target. There's a possible inside bar right here. So this is really tricky. I'm probably not going to take this right here, guys, but this is a setup for momentum reversal. The reason why I say this is tricky is because the trend here isn't really confirmed anymore. The trend here still looks like it can be bearish, but currently, if you look down at the trend meter, it's currently blue, so this is neutral. If you are looking to take entry here, though, this could be a setup for momentum reversal if this is an inside bar. Because we currently have a buy signal here. This is an inside bar, so if this ends up closing, entry would happen right here at this low. So the pending order would be set right there. And yeah, if this doesn't fill, then it would be canceled. Hasn't filled yet. It almost came down to it, but not yet. So the reason why I wouldn't take this here for me personally is because you can see the trend here is not confirmed anymore, right? You want to be trading the direction of the trend. The trend may come back down, but because of the setup here, it just makes it very tricky. Like I said, I'm not looking to force any entries here. I'm only taking entries that I think are absolutely going to hit. And right now, it's just not one of those days where it looks like this is going to absolutely hit. Let's see, Sam says making a triple bottom in 1 minute. For me, it's liquidity, but so unsure about market today. The Trump effect. Too late for entry, Sean. Yeah, I agree with you. It's the thing is, I feel like a lot of people are expecting the market to be very volatile because Trump is, supposed to be president soon. I mean, we're thinking the same thing. We're expecting volatility, we're expecting direction, but it just hasn't shown yet. This is technically still the first week of January, so I mean, we got to give it some time. Trump doesn't get inaugurated until like another week or two. Um, but yeah, I mean, we're still in this market that, for the most part, sucks in my opinion. So here's a clean chart. You guys can see things a lot better now. Now that we have all this price action, um, yeah, there's nothing that's been happening here really, right? Price has been going back and forth. Looks like you might be having a head and shoulders here though. It's like a head and shoulders pattern. Head or shoulders, head, shoulder, coming back down further. There you go with that entry right there. So that entry just hit full TP right there, guys. I mean, I didn't take it, but there goes this is the market, the momentum reversal that I was waiting for. So I was waiting for this entry today. But like I said, a lot of things here just didn't really play. They just didn't line up the way that I wanted it to with regard to the trend and the setup and all that. So it's all good. Sam said the thing is he will change a lot of things. We just don't know what. Uncertain. Yeah, I agree with you 100%. There's gonna be a lot of things that are gonna be changed. Market's gonna be shaken up a little bit. But yeah, I mean, just obviously a lot of uncertainty. So if you guys took the trade there, nice work. I didn't take the trade again. Like I said, it just didn't fit my criteria. I was looking for the setup here. The trend looked like it was shifting, so I didn't want to take it in against the trend. So I marked it up for you guys, but like I said, I decided not to take the trade because it's just not a good market today, guys. Looking over here at the setup, it just doesn't look good at all. Or I mean, not even the setup, just looking at the market structure from today. So market open right here at 6:30. I'll just put a line here at 6:30. And you guys can see price has been within this range pretty much all of day. We've been in the market for over an hour now, and it's just going back and forth. This is how the market was on Monday. This is how the market was on Tuesday. Typically, we'll get a directional push. Like we'll get a directional push and it'll stay down here, or we'll get a directional push to the upside and then it'll stay up here. But we don't have that. Price came down, and then it came right back up, and then it came back down, and then it came right back up. It's like a big W pattern right there. This also looked like a head and shoulders, but it didn't actually play through. So let me see if I get the head and shoulders pattern here. I always forget which pattern is it in. And it's here somewhere. Hmm. There we go. So there was a shoulder right here, the head right there. I mean, the head and shoulder could still play through. Still technically not done yet. But I mean, it's a messy head and shoulder. And so much for seeing these V1 variations and these momentum reversals. I do think they're going to come. There's going to be a time and place for these entries. I think right now we're just stuck in the sideways market, so we're not getting much of these directional entries. But eventually we will start to get some more of this directional push as the year progresses. I mean, it's January 8th. There's not much here to really, I guess, complain about. It's just one of those. It's a time of the year right now where the market's kind of in limbo, especially because we're going into a new presidency. If it was a continued presidency, it'd be different. It'd just stick to wherever it was doing. But now we're going into a new presidency, so there's gonna be a shift in power. And of course, markets gonna be shaken up. Yeah, exactly. Christian said better to be safe than sorry. I agree with you 100%. That's why I didn't take any of these trades. I mean, these trades came up and they were good. I mean, they weren't good, but they were setups. But I didn't take any of them. So like, for example, over here, I didn't take the breakout V3. If you guys didn't see that, this was a pretty solid entry for breakout V3. It's a 3-bar reversal. We got 2 green candles right here. There's a high. This red candle here pretty much engulfed these 2 candles. And that was an entry for a breakout V3, or sorry, a V3 variation. Looking over here at the VV3s, let's see if there was any that came up. So there's one that came up right here. Or actually, no, there wasn't. One right here, actually. So there's a sell signal that came up right here. Red candle that followed it. It was right at the session, but you can see over here that it's still played through. So depending on your risk appetite, if you want to take risky trades, there's entries that are coming up. It's just they're not trades that I would personally be looking to take because of the the red flags right there. So right here was a breakout, was a V3 variation. This is a breakout V3, and then right here was a momentum reversal. And it's one of those days. Market here just kind of isn't really going anywhere. Clean this up again. Again, there's a clean chart between 6:30 and 8. You can see this is the market structure. Literally sideways. See, Sam said, watch for the triple confluence on upward. Yeah, that could happen too. So let's see. So there could be a possible triple confluence to the upside right there. The price action here sucks. So look at all these candles, a lot of wicks on both ends. Not much power in either direction. You know, some people don't like trading with a book. I see some people who like they follow candles but without wicks. I guess it's easier for people to follow like price action this way too, because you can see continuous candles without the crazy wicks. And if you're just looking at the body, yeah, I guess if you were to follow the body candles, it'd be pretty solid. But for me personally, I like the wicks. I know someone was mentioning that to me the other day. They're like, hey, do you ever trade without the wicks? When I first started trading, there was a couple strategies that I used where I didn't have wicks on, but I like having the wicks because it shows me the price action. Like it shows me when price pushes up and it has trouble kind of getting through. And then it comes back down, of course. You can see over here, there's a ton of wicks on both sides. All right, guys, if you guys are just joining, or if you guys didn't see the entries for the day, we only had one official entry that came up. It was the breakout entry over here. So the momentum breakout came up here for a sell, hit full TP for 100 points. Other than that, we had a couple of scalps here came up, but I didn't really take any of these. Again, if you guys want to learn these strategies, they're available to you guys for free. Just go to the website, click on here to get your 7-day free trial. Pull that up. This is what the strategy or what the course looks like. Every module here has a video explaining. We had a 6-day mastery course, right? Went over the entire course, module by module. And if you guys are curious to learn like any of these specific strategies, I know some of you guys don't want to be on the charts all day. If you just want to learn the breakout, you can do that. I just go down here to directional or breakout strategies on module 7. The momentum breakout's the one that we typically take. That's the one that we take every day at 6:30. If you want to learn that and just do it on your own. Like if you don't have time to come on these live sessions and you just want to understand the strategy and then take it and then go to work or do whatever you need to do, you can do that. If you want to learn these scalp strategies, you can look here at directional strategies, and there's be a whole bunch of strategies here that you can follow. Liquidity push, which is on the list now for our trading plan. Basically, V1 variation, liquidity push, and momentum reversal. So module 5.3, module 5.7, module 5.8. If you guys want to give these a try and see if you like them, feel free. If you don't like them, then cancel. It's like no risk to you. And again, I will probably be doing mentoring. I'll probably mentor one person per month. So if you guys are curious or you guys are interested in a one-on-one mentorship with me, I think this month has already been taken. Javier already messaged me about it. I'm going to be mentoring Javier's son to trade futures. So every month I'll put up a wait list, and then you guys can sign up for it. And if anybody's interested, I'll give you a reminder when it's open again. But for the most part, it's like one person per month. I think if I can focus on just mentoring and training one person to trade, and then get them up to speed and have them pretty much self-reliant, I think it'll be perfect to do it that way. That's the original way of how I started teaching people how to trade. Lately, I've been doing group mentoring sessions, but it seems like group mentoring sessions aren't necessarily what people want. A lot of people want to have their hands held and taught directly. So yeah, that's also on the table. I think I can mentor one person and still do the hedge fund stuff. I think that's reasonable. Otherwise, of course, the hedge fund stuff's always going to come and take priority. That triple confluence came up. Sam, did you see it? Came up right there. Off the higher highs, perfect entry. The only thing is that it was right at the news price, though. There's always going to be something in the way, right? So that triple confluence came up, but there was news price right there, which would be a red flag. Not to say price can't just push through it, but it's a little tricky because price might get manipulated around that area. It would still fall under my red flags. Nice. So Sam over here actually took this triple confluence. This isn't on my trading plan, so it's not one that I specifically look for, but the triple confluence, whenever it comes up, it usually does pretty much hit pretty nicely. Nice. Yeah, perfect. So Sam said, boom. Thanks, Sean. Definitely. There goes the triple confluence. If you guys took out for partial profit, I think that would be perfectly fine because the news price was right there. For me personally, if I was to take this trade, I probably would set my TP at the news price. I'll just get it right there at 17. Or you guys can move your stop loss and profit now to guarantee profits maybe at the 15 or at the 17. And there you go, full TP on the triple confluence. So you guys can see there's other strategies that are coming up. It's not just the ones that are on my trading plan, but there's a whole bunch here that came up. This one was on the trading plan. This was the variation V3. So V3 variation full TP. That's that one right there. This one over here is a breakout V3. So I'll put the strategy names here in case you guys want to go back and just review it yourself and see how these strategies came up. This one over here was a momentum reversal. There's actually two strategies that came up that were on my trading plan, but because they were at red flags, obviously I didn't take them. So a lot of different entries here that came up. They all hit TP. It's just the price action, the market structure here kind of threw me off a little bit because we're in the sideways market. I don't like taking trades in sideways markets like this because I feel like there's a possibility that the trade will just fake you out. So variation V3 right here, breakout V3 right here, momentum reversal right there. This is the one that I was actually looking for, but it just didn't meet my criteria because the trend was shifting a little bit. Then we had the triple confluence that came up right here as well. So if you guys took any of those trades, great work. If you guys didn't, again, today's like one of those days where I'm just being a little more careful and cautious with my entries. I think I'm going to start implementing the liquidity pushes on open. The thing with the liquidity pushes is that I'm going to have to be very quick with switching from laptop to laptop because I'm going to have to go between the breakout, and then straight into the liquidity push, of course. And I think for the liquidity push, I'll probably set this to maybe the first 10 minutes of market open. Ideally, the first 5 minutes, but the first 10 minutes for sure. And I'll have to adjust my TP stop loss for that too. Kind of curious what TP stop loss should I use? Or I probably will be using a 2020. Yeah, I'll probably be doing like a 2020, but then have my I'd probably do like a 2060, just in case I want to go for the bigger push. And then the trailing stop would be at like 12 points. Let's see, 10 times 5. 7. I guess I could work 10 times 5 times. Yeah, I guess that could work. Just gonna save this template here. Yeah, so maybe I'll give that a shot on the next trading session, probably on Friday. I'll only take it on my scalping laptop though, not on the other one, of course. But all right, guys, I think that's it for the day. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out on Discord. If you guys want to get mentored by me one-on-one, not group mentoring, but one-on-one mentoring, feel free to reach out. I'll probably set up a wait list if you guys are interested to just get on that wait list. January looks like it's been taken already. It's not set and closed, but I will give you guys confirmation. We got CJ over here locked in some profits too. Nice work, CJ. CJ locked in 1,438 on the first account, 1,438 on the second, and 978 on the third account. What trades do you take, CJ? It's kind of curious. Looking to see if there's any high-level momentum scalps. I know you're one of the people that likes to take those. There's actually one right here that came up. It came up in line with a breakout V3. There's a higher high, sell signal, broken close, past pivots 1 and 2. And that was a high-level momentum scalp right there. I know like you're one of the few people who takes that entry. Nice. Liquidity and BB3. Again, so another person there taking liquidity. Like I said, liquidity is a good entry, a good strategy to take as long as you guys know how to take it. The reason why I kind of stuck away from taking liquidity is because a lot of people would they would probably they for the most part they would take it incorrectly, right? I think I'm going to start taking liquidity, and this will probably be one of the strategies that I'll like mainly teach people during mentoring, because it's a very profitable strategy as long as you have proper risk parameters in place. And then now that we have the trailing stop, I think it makes a huge difference. Because back then I didn't use the trailing stop, but now that we have the trailing stop, it makes it actually a lot easier to get in and out of the position versus getting caught up. So. All right, guys, I think that's it for the day. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, I'm going to wrap this up, and we're just going to call it a day. Just another reminder, tomorrow markets are going to be closed in observation of our late president, Jimmy Carter. So no markets are going to be open tomorrow, aside from the bonds market, but nobody here trades bonds, so no markets tomorrow. So anyways, guys, I'll see you guys back here on Friday. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, I'll see you guys back here as we